You got to remember, if you're disclosing, that means you're not having a mask. It's going to preserve your well-being. You are protected by ADA laws, even in states where it's the right to work. You still have ADA laws. Those don't go away. You do have to have proper, any kind of documentation stuff to show that, because yes, in a right to work, they can put down whatever reason of why they let you go. But if you truly feel it was for a discriminatory reason, you always have the right to contact ADA. The other thing we have to remember is to get accommodations, you have to disclose. At this point in time, you have to go to your HR, you have to disclose your disability, you have to have documentation from a doctor of what your disability is and go through the process. There are workplaces that won't make you go through those steps to give you some accommodations, and you have to work with them. Sometimes managers are very open, but you have to start that conversation and talk to them. Ask them, say, hey, this works for me. Can we work around that? So, and the sad part is when you don't disclose and there is poor performance, the workplace has to think that that is due to a non-disability. And then that does hurt your performance report and how they grade you. So like I said, accommodations that we can ask for are simple. A lot of them don't even cost money. A lighting change, having different kinds of lightings. Personally, myself, if the workplace has the old neon tubes, I can literally hear the lights and it drives me nuts. So I'll always ask, hey, can we order some LED tubes? Makes a big difference. A lot of workplaces are going to LED now, so that is very nice. Workspace, like I said before, is having a workspace that you can close a door so you don't have so much distractions, or that is off into a corner that's not in a high traffic area. Asking for something like that. Asking for an adjusted schedule, or asking for, reasonable that, hey, I will come in between this time to this time, and depending on the time I come in, I will work my 8 hours and leave. Is that okay? Because having ADHD, we know that time blindness happens, and being on time is a very hard thing to do. I've had many workplaces that, 5 minutes late and get written up. So ask them if they have a little bit of a flexible schedule. Another thing I've known is going into meetings, asking for a pre-meeting agenda. And a lot of times companies already have those and they hand them out when you get to the meeting. So asking for it to be emailed you before the meeting so you can review it and be prepared and have any questions is very, very helpful. Receiving meeting notes. So afterwards, if there's someone that's taking the meeting minutes, which in most organizations is a requirement, asking those to be sent to you so you can, again, review what was gone over. Social interactions, are they required? Do you have to go to social interactions? Do they look down on you if you choose not to go to that, brunch and get together? Or, asking people as simple as a sign, work in progress, please come back at. Things like that can be done, does not cost money. Wearing headphones to keep out, the noise and distraction, not necessarily that you have any music on or anything, but just the headphones on to kind of minimize that. Ask the workplace if that's okay for you. Sometimes a white noise machine. And like I said before, a quiet space. Having an uninterrupted work time, like working with your manager and saying, hey, can I have 2 hours here? From here to here, that's set. No one can schedule meetings. No one come into your office. No one can bother. So you can have that dedicated time to get some work done. So, use that great hyperfocus and work. Asking if you minimize marginal functions. Sometimes, we get those other functions of taking out the trash, or you need to go and photocopy these things for me. Just being open with your manager and and asking if that's okay, that please don't assign me these little tasks, because it's hard to break up the workday sometimes. Mentors are always a great thing, and a lot of companies do offer this. They'll call them mentors, they'll call them coaches. Look into your organization and ask, see if they've got one. And number one, it helps you because you've got a person that could be an ally, even without disclosing, that helps you navigate through the workplace, how your organization works, especially when you're newer there.